to
What's
Twin
up,
Bites.
Bites?
I'm your host, Ami43.
And I'm your co-host, Jiggy.
Happy 8-year dating anniversary,
Yes,
Jiggy.
it's been 8 years to this date of our recording.
Yeah, the date of the recording. Yeah, we've been dating for 8 years. Does it feel like 8 years to you?
Well, technically, we're not dating anymore,
You know what I
but it's
mean.
been 8 years since that day.
We're still emotionally and mentally dating.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're forever
um,
dating now.
yeah, forever dating. There you go.
Committed to forever dating now.
But it doesn't seem that long.
No, we are the age of a second grader, third grader,
Long. I don't even know.
something like that. I think
I
yeah.
would say fourth grader.
Oh,
Yeah, for
yeah.
me, I'll be in fourth grade right now
Okay, yeah,
because I graduated when I was 17.
that's right, yeah. So, we've been together for that long. It definitely does not feel like that long.
Mhm.
Um, I don't know. I was thinking about it today because I was just like, I feel like in a lot of good ways we were, because when we met we were not ready. We were ready for the commitment of a relationship, but we weren't ready individually
Mhm.
for like anything beyond a relationship, which is why we waited as long as we did before we got married.
Yeah.
Um, and I feel like we grew a lot individually, but also together, which was really cool. And I feel like those formative years like helped.
Oh yeah.
Um, we learned a lot
Learned a
about each
lot.
other, yeah,
A lot.
about each other, about life, about how to adult and things. We're
Mhm.
still figuring it out, very
Of
much so.
course, because married life brings new obstacles, new hurdles, new life experiences.
Yeah, and it's a different. You approach things differently when you're married than when you're dating, for sure. We've been married now for going on five
Going
months.
going on 4 months.
Going on 4 months.
We're not
Yeah.
there yet.
Okay, yeah, I was calculating in my
Yeah,
head.
we're like at 3.5 and some change.
Yeah. So we're going on 4 months, and no, it's been interesting how like everyone's right. You 100% have honeymoon phase, and everything's nice and sweet. Like the first 2 months were just like, I mean, and they still are like
Mhm.
amazing, blessed married life is great. But then like when problems happen, it's like, oh, we have to approach it differently, and we did. We both panicked, so it didn't matter. We still very much both panicked, and the first instinct we both had was call my dad, which we did, and he saved us.
Yeah.
Um, but I had a moment where I was like, I mean, if that's our biggest problem, that is not a big problem. I think number one, because a lot of people are facing a lot bigger problems. But it was just kind of like oh, we had our first hurdle, and
Mhm.
like I think we passed with flying colors,
Oh yeah.
if
Right.
I do say so myself. But it had me thinking, especially today when when you greeted me this morning, happy dating anniversary. It was like, oh, like we've grown a lot.
Mhm.
We started with different problems, but maybe they weren't as serious, or even if they were more serious, it was we grew a lot through that. I feel
Yeah.
like so I'm very happy. I think it's cool that we've made it this far. I mean, obviously, like that was the goal, that was the intention from the beginning.
Mhm.
Um, but no, I really do. I really did enjoy kind of reminiscing on like before when we didn't have jobs, and before when we didn't know what we were doing, and before when we were trying to figure out how to save money and what to do here and how to approach this and how to talk to each other. That was
Yeah.
a big thing when we first, not first, but in the course of our early years of dating. Because I talk a lot and Chiggy doesn't talk at all.
I talk a little bit, just not as much as you do.
So we had to learn how to do that, and we had to like dig deep in ourselves. I feel like, and humble ourselves. I don't think that wasn't an easy thing to overcome, but I think it was acknowledging. You had to acknowledge that I needed you to communicate with me better,
Mhm.
and I had to acknowledge that the way you communicate with me is not the way I want you to communicate with me all the time.
Right.
And it was like you have to put aside yourself in a lot of ways.
Well, not only that, but I think it's because we're at this stage in our lives, it's about compromise. So you have to compromise that. Yes, you're not going to get it the way I communicate to you is not going to be the way that you would like it,
Yeah.
but it's still acceptable.
Yeah.
So, you have to work that out between each other. Because, like, I do, I really don't communicate sometimes with words. I just emote a lot and
He
just
says
grunt.
sometimes.
And
He does not communicate with words, period. That's where the sentence ends.
I do communicate to you, but
With
I mean,
silence.
I think we've gotten to a point where we can read each other, um, even though like I'm just emoting or I may have a weird taste in my mouth or just a certain look, and you can take that and you can sense that there's something wrong, but you don't know what it is quite yet.
Right.
And then you're like, okay, what's wrong? Like blah 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 blah, or I'll emote, and then I'll say blah 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 blah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's those things that we're still continuously working on.
Yeah, for sure. Because I always tell him, give me a millimeter, give me an inch, give me something to hold on to, because it is important to me to hear from him.
Mm-hmm.
But then in the moments and the times that he doesn't, and I have to acknowledge that maybe in that moment he cannot, I can't hold that against him. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, he knows that I'm maybe struggling or in anguish or hurting because I haven't received anything from him, like communication wise. So it took a lot of, I mean, no other way to say it. Like I think I had to humble myself a lot to acknowledge that, because in my world, for forever, if people weren't communicating with me, then I'm like, that's your fault. That's and I wouldn't stoop down to that level, because I'm like, if you don't want to communicate with me, then you don't want to be with me. Like it's not worth my time.
Mm-hmm.
But kind of, and I think we said this in one of the early episodes too when we were talking about our relationship. It's knowing that we're on the same side, and it's the two of us against the problem, and not us fighting each other.
Yeah.
Because I think the moment we start fighting each other, then it's like, well, what are we doing? Like,
yeah. I think a lot of relationships fall prey to that someone's self pride gets in the way so much that it destroys a relationship.
Yeah.
So they're not willing to compromise. They're not willing to put down their pride or just deal with the problem with each other. And they just think that they're always right or something like that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. There is no you're right, I'm wrong, I'm right, you're wrong type of thing. Yeah, I think that it's one of the things that you just have to acknowledge is like there there is no right or wrong, or even if there is a right or wrong, it's not you're right, I'm wrong, or vice versa.
Mm-hmm.
Because, and something that we've done, especially like in recent years, I feel like, is we have the big emotional moment of like, you're upset or I'm upset, we're emotional, and then we take 5, take 10, sometimes 24 hours.
I think that's a really big thing too. Like in those peaks of arguments or where we're literally like yelling at each other,
Right.
just to try to get our point across. That's where I think we've grown a lot, because we did have those types of arguments and
for sure.
Disagreements, and then once we've talked it out and we set that boundary that we need to take a step away and really think about what we're going to say before we say it, because a lot of things can be said to hurt each other.
When said in anger, it's not even that like you're trying to hurt the other person. It's just your anger or your frustration or your sadness is what's speaking and not yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're feeling rather than thinking, don't get me wrong, there's always a time and place to feel. I'm the epitome of that, but at the same time, it's acknowledging that you need that feeling to breathe before you can do anything else. And I think especially for you, one of your big things was like, I need to process, or I need to process this first. Like, I'm just kind of feeling upset right now. And so, okay, let's take the time to, number one, not be upset, like cool down. And then number two, process, okay, what happened that got us here or me here?
Mm-hmm.
And then the thing I wanted to say after that was, and we've been doing this a lot recently, is that if and when we have time where we need to step away and cool down or whatever, when we come back to each other, we have the conversation. We have the hard conversation. Why were you upset? What happened? Did I say something? Did I do something? Did you say something? Did you do something? And then there are times when it's like we are able to very actively identify, like, oh, I said this thing that triggered something in you. Okay, then I won't say that,
Yeah.
or I'll say it differently. Or there are times when I say something and I'm like, no, I just meant that. And you're like, oh, but I took this. I'm like, I just meant that. And it's like, there is no other way to say it. But then maybe in the moment, maybe the tone, maybe the situation, it came across that way. And so taking the time to identify that, I feel like it's a powerful tool, I feel like, because then it's an what I was saying, it's like an active exercise of what to say, how to say it, and what those words mean to each other, in good and in bad lights. Um, I think since you since I say a lot more than you do in these situations, I feel like there are times when um, you're so used to taking it, like receiving those words or those things in a certain way. Like if I critique you on something, I'm like, no, I'm not critiquing you on this. I'm saying this because of this. Oh, that's it. Like, I'm not questioning your abilities, or I'm not questioning your intelligence. Like, I'm just like, no, this is just what we need to do. We need to sweep the floor every day. I don't know, whatever random thing. Like, okay. And then when you realize that that's the intention behind the words, or that's what I meant, or whatever, then we move on. It's done.
Yeah.
Which is great.
Yeah.
I'm glad that our fights don't last long.
Yeah, that's another thing too.
I would hate if they lasted long.
Which something I want to point to, like when we got married, we since we got married in church, we basically had Bible lessons that were taught to us.
Guidances, yeah.
And one of them was, we shouldn't go to sleep fighting or without.
We looked at each other, we're like, about that. Well, but I think it's more of you shouldn't get mad and not acknowledge it later. We identified earlier on in our relationship that, like, we're gonna get mad.
Yeah.
I think a big part of that too has to do with, because we're older, we're a little bit more stubborn. Like, I want it my way, and if it's not my way, then I don't understand why you can't have it my way.
I mean, I don't think that we're too stubborn. Like, we are stubborn in a moderate to mild
well,
way.
like in the initial sense, right? Like,
yeah,
I get mad at you because of something trivial.
But there are levels of stubbornness, like in high school students or little kids that it's my way or the highway type deal.
Yeah, that's true.
So there are levels to it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was just like mild to moderate.
Yeah. And so when we were told that, I don't think I told you that. I asked for, I had a conversation with that minister later on, and I was like, well, we actually have gone to sleep mad at each other, but it's because of this. And, and I kind of explained what we're saying now, where it's like, we have to get past the feeling first.
Yeah.
And to be fair, like, I feel like our turnaround is a lot faster than it was before. Sometimes it'd be a full day before we can get back to the problem and address it. Now it seems like a couple hours we're good,
Yeah.
And
like,
then
that was all prior to marriage.
Yeah.
We would wait that day or so. But after marriage, after getting that guidance, that direction.
Yeah.
I remember our very first one.
Yeah.
Was literally like within the next hour.
Yeah.
So, yeah. You just have to put your differences aside, and I don't know what I'll say.
We were talking about the taking time in between, and how we were told maybe not to do that.
Okay.
And then you were saying, like, well, when we started, or especially in our marriage, it was like an hour later.
Yeah. Yeah. Our very first argument after marriage only lasted like less than an hour. And like because we can tell each other's emotes and
Feelings.
RBFs and all that,
Because we're literally living together now.
it was very evident that something was wrong, and so
Something felt awry.
you know, we took 30 to 40 minutes, spent that time in another room,
Yeah.
thought about what really happened, and then I came to you, and I was like,
which is a big deal.
Yeah.
That was a very big deal.
Yeah, I came to you, and I was like, I know I did wrong, and this is what happened in that instance.
Yeah,
in my perspective, and this is how I took it, and I explained it to you, and you were very understanding.
I try to be.
No, you are very understanding. And then you explained your side, and then we both kind of agreed on, what happened was wrong and how we should go about
how we should move forward. Yeah.
I don't think we've had another argument or disagreement since then.
We've had a couple of little scuffles. Nothing, and by scuffles I mean like I didn't like the way he washed the dishes the other day.
Yeah, so it's not an argument.
Yeah,
it's our like mannerisms and the very little things that we're now noticing since we're living together that get on our nerves. So
like I didn't realize how much hooks were so important to Chiggy until I have hooks that just need to be hung on the wall, and then he still went out and brought the hooks that go on the door, and I hate them on the door.
It has a double purpose.
It has a purpose. It
really
has a
double purpose. Okay,
I still hate them on the door.
We're gonna use it in the apartment for now, but we did book a cruise that we're gonna bring it with us.
Oh, those weren't the hooks I was talking about, but sure.
Okay, but
I was talking about the towel hooks.
Oh, the towel hooks.
Hate them on the door. Hate them, but I haven't hung up our regular towel hooks, so that's on me.
So, I mean, I'll use those door hooks.
Yeah.
For my purposes, but I thought it would be nice to hang up our towels somewhere because we don't have those set up yet.
Yeah. No, we don't. I just, yeah.
Okay.
Like silly things.
Little things. Like I know, for me, when I get off work and I'm just chilling and I'm fed up with wearing socks, I like to take them off and just throw it on the ground.
That's not how that happened.
Hey.
That is not how that happened.
That's how it's going to be perceived now.
That is not how that happened.
And Ami just doesn't like it. So now whenever I do that, I make sure to make eye contact with her and throw it on the floor.
At first, it was endearing because it was just this thing of like, oh, look, we have our own place. We can throw our socks wherever. And then that turned into, he had a pile of socks in the living room. Just sitting there.
4 days worth.
The way I glitched so hard, y'all, because I didn't see it at first because it was kind of behind the coffee table, and then when I saw the mound of dirty socks in the living room, yeah, I glitched out hard.
We didn't have any visitors that entire week.
We don't need to have this. I want a clean house.
Oh, we still clean house.
With 4 days worth of socks? What? No.
Anyways.
Little things.
Like how Ami likes to go through the hallway and turn on the light and then comes back and doesn't turn it off.
Okay, hold on. You're making me sound like a criminal here. 9 times out of 10, when I go to the room, the kitchen, the other room, the bath, whatever, I come back with my hands full. So when my hands are full, I can't turn off the switch. So the intention is to put the things down in the living room. Like, let's say I got a plate and a cup, I brought food to eat while we're watching TV or something. And the intention is to put it down on the table and then go back and turn it off. I don't always do that because I get distracted very easily. But then Chiki's so nice, and he just reminds me, don't forget the light, and then I go get it, and it's fine.
Here's one thing that I haven't told her, but she does it every single time.
What?
Whenever you come into the apartment and you take off your shoes, you never put your shoes back on the rack.
There's a reason. It's a reason. So there's a reason. And
Hmm?
when we come into the apartment and he's behind me, our entryway is very small. So if I, and you know, when I started doing this was when it happened with mom, which is why I started doing this. So I come into the apartment, I take off my shoes and move out of the way. Because if you don't, Chiki's just behind me. And 9 times out of 10, we're carrying in groceries or we're carrying in, bags and all these things that are very, very heavy. I don't want Chiki to be standing outside in the coldness and sadness and darkness. I want him to come into the home. So then I just very quickly step out of my shoes and walk to the side so that Chiki can come inside. Chiki takes a long time to take off his shoes. So then I go and start putting things away, like let's say it's groceries theoretically. And then because he's putting away his shoes, then he can put away my shoes because I'm putting away the groceries. Solution.
No.
Great problem solving and
She
thinking.
has never said this to me until now.
There is no need to say it. There is marriage telepathy.
Get out of here. But I still put it away for her.
Exactly. So that's all that matters. That's why I didn't need to say it. He already knew the plan.
Okay.
Girls, he knew the plan.
Mom, Dad, when you visit next time, I'm purposely putting away my stuff and not hers.
No, don't do that. Mom and Dad will think I'm a fiend.
But you are. Anyways, but yeah, just the little stuff.
You also, sorry, just
Go ahead.
because you said it, you have to laugh at it.
Yeah.
If Chiggy was holding on to that, and then there's like one little thing, and then another little thing, and then another little thing.
Yeah, just let it build up.
Yeah, you have to laugh at it. Now, granted, I'm glad Chiggy finally now is telling me that it was and or is an issue. Okay, then I'll acknowledge it, and we can discuss this later or whatever. That's fine. But like, yeah. I joke him about the socks thing. It's really not that big of a deal for me to pick up his socks, although I'm not a fan of doing so. So, but am I gonna harbor that in my heart against you and hold on to that? No. Why would I do that to myself? And why would I sabotage my own marriage to you? That defeats the sanctity of our marriage, I feel like. So you have to laugh at the little things. And you have to be willing to, yeah, there's no other way to say it. You have to be willing to humble yourself for those things. And if you can't do that, then you're not ready to be in a fully committed relationship. I don't think, because you have to be willing to give up a lot of, not yourself, but a lot of your pride and a lot of your ego and a lot of your, I mean, they say it in traditional vows, like in sickness and in health, like in all aspects of life. If Chigi comes home and he's had the worst day at work and he's had this, that, and the other, and whatever, and he just needs to throw his socks on the ground, as his wife, I need to say, yes, I'll throw my socks on the ground for you. Like, that's not, you don't fight that. At the same time, if I come home and I'm unable to, get myself together enough to put together Chigi's dinner or whatever, he can't get mad at me either. In a sense of like, it's like, I don't have the capacity to do that, just like you don't have the capacity to, whatever. We throw our tantrums, we throw our we say this all the time. Like if I'm 75%, he needs to be 125. And if he's 50%, I need to be 150. Like there's no question, because that's kind of the whole. Like, you're always going to be imperfect. You're imperfect, and I'm imperfect, and we are imperfect, but we choose to work together to make it work. That's kind of that's the meat and potatoes, really.
Yeah. By the way, right now we are at Cork Bull.
Did you not say that earlier?
No, we haven't. We are celebrating our 8 years of quote unquote dating. Our 8 years since we started dating.
Okay, yeah.
So right now we see this nice basket of bread. I haven't touched it yet because we've been recording, and we've had a free thing of amuse bouche. Amuse bouche.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking about the reference from Friends when
Which one?
it was said. I don't remember, but
Oh, okay.
that's how I know of amuse
Amuse
bouche.
bouche.
Yeah, because of Friends. But yeah. Um, anything else you want to talk about, or you want to move to a different topic?
Well, I was gonna say, do you have any and we talked about like lessons and things that we've learned. Any, I mean, I don't want to say it this way, but I don't know how else to phrase it. Like any regrets in the last 8 years?
Regrets.
Yeah,
Um,
I'll say mine since I
Go
already have
ahead.
it. I think we could have gotten married sooner.
No, we couldn't.
Let me rephrase this. We couldn't have had the wedding we had until this year. That much is clear. But we 100% could have gotten married before uh, the wedding that we had, if that makes sense. Like if we opted to have, I think no, I think if we had a panini wedding, we could have pulled that off, no problem.
Yeah, we could have, but then a lot of things would have changed in church.
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying. We couldn't have had the wedding
Yeah.
that we had this past uh, January.
See, when you said the wedding, the way I thought of it is we couldn't have uh, like the venue and the cost
Yeah,
of
we couldn't have
all
afforded
that.
the wedding that we had this year until it was this year for sure.
Yeah. What
Silent
else? What were we saying?
regrets. And I
Oh,
said we could have gotten married back in 2020. I feel like 100%.
uh,
But if we wanted the wedding that we had, we definitely had to wait till this year to have it for sure. Like money wise, maturity wise, planning wise, life wise, we couldn't have done it that otherwise.
yeah.
Lots of wises, but you know. But I genuinely feel like if we really wanted to get married sooner, we could have gotten married during the pandemic, and we could have been married this whole time. Um, and that's why I'm saying like I'm reticent to say that that's a regret because I don't regret us waiting to get married because then we were able to have the wedding of our dreams. I just feel like some things might have been a little bit easier if we were married sooner.
Mm.
In a lot of ways. But
Yes, our food came out.
look so good.
We both got steaks.
Mhm.
You got the
I got a New York strip, medium, of course. Only way to eat a steak. And it's Oscar style. So here at Cork Bull, that means it's with asparagus, lump crab meat, and topped with a béarnaise sauce.
and I got the 18-ounce KC strip.
Looks so
And this is compost style, so it has asparagus and mashed potatoes underneath.
good. This is do gravy too. Oh, that's demi-glace.
Yeah, yeah. That's the last thing that I forgot. The demi. Yeah. Um, but yeah, meat and potatoes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And we're back, kind of. We got our dinner as you guys saw, and then we started eating. And not that we stopped talking, but like we were eating. So now we're out for dessert. We went down the street, and now we're at Sweet Spot, all the and florals. It's very pink in here. So if we look pink, all the walls around us are literally pink, and this is the only thing that was kind of not as pink because there's white. Anyways, we're back. Hello.
Hello. I guess the only thing that I wanted to say after we stopped recording from eating at Cork and Bull,
Yeah.
because there was going to be a group sitting behind us that was going to be in frame.
That was another thing, yeah. A group joined, or the table next to us had a big group.
One thing that we like to do now, since we've been together for so long and we're married now, is we like to make up scenarios and look at other tables, and we just ask each other, so
we're so fiend, y'all. We're so fiendish.
How long do you think they've been dating and or married?
I'm scared that like this is gonna get out and like our friends are gonna be like think we're crazy. But
well, no one was in our video other than the hostess, and we weren't talking about the hostess. So
no, we have a habit, and I don't know when it started. We just kind of started doing it.
Yeah.
Where we'll be sitting normally whenever we go out, because we're two, they normally either sit us across from each other or corner to corner on a table. So we kind of get like a pretty decent perspective of the room around us. And we'll just kind of like look around, and then there'll be a couple, maybe a table over or a booth over or something like that. And I'll just kind of nudge Chiggy and be like, how long do you think they've been dating? What's their story? And we just kind of make up fun stories based on what we perceive of them. It's been a fun little game we've been playing for a couple of years. It's very entertaining. It helps pass the time when you're waiting for your food, that's for sure.
Yeah. So like when we were at Cork Bull, there were like 3 or 4 different tables with couples.
Yeah.
And we we're like, they're all married.
Yeah. Well, okay, but Cork Bull is kind of like a nicer restaurant, so it makes sense that like a date night would be, and it's a random day. It's a weeknight. It's not really a weekend. So like maybe you wouldn't. I don't know. I don't know a lot of people who would be in the early stages of dating willing to go to a nice restaurant on a weeknight. That's like a Friday night or a Saturday night, Sunday night type of thing.
Yeah.
Or like dating. I don't know. I'm just kind of generalizing, speculating. Obviously, we went out because it's our anniversary, so we had a reason to.
Yeah.
I guess steak. It was good steak.
How
was your steak?
I
mean, I know I ate some, but
it was good. I only hinted the smokiness of the steak like 2 or 3 times. It's because the cowboy butter that he gave me just
pimento butter.
it. Pimento butter. No, it's called cowboy butter. Yeah, but it has pimento in it.
Oh, okay.
I think so.
I thought it was just pimento butter and then cowboy butter or something. Because cowboy butter is like herbs.
Okay, whatever. Yeah, pimento. I'll just say pimento butter.
But it was really good. I like the smokiness of his steak and all that stuff. On the other hand, my steak, very good also. And I was saying this, I feel like we got the things that most lean towards our taste preferences. So like he got something big, bold, crazy, juicy, delicious steak. And mine was a juicy steak, which I prefer, obviously, but a lot lighter on the flavor side. Like I got a béarnaise sauce rather than a demi-glace. And I got crab meat instead of like the pimento butter or whatever. So I kind of had like a good like surf and turf variety, and then the béarnaise sauce on top was really, really like delectable and tasty. So I very much enjoyed my food. I think you enjoyed your food. We're very full.
Very full.
But we also want dessert, so
always room for dessert.
Can't not. I feel bad though because our waiter was like, "Do you guys want dessert?" And in my head I was like, "Yes," but I was like,
"Not from here.
I'm gonna go somewhere else. Thank you so much." Our waiter was really nice. I liked our waiter. He was very kind.
He was.
Anyway, sorry, we're like tangenting. And as you can see, we very much enjoyed dinner, so we're like, I'm twitching a little bit. We very much enjoyed dinner, so yeah, now we're here, we're getting dessert. And yeah, another thing like I was thinking about too when we were because we kind of ended on like talking about regrets, which I was like, that's a bad way to end this episode. But then I wanted to then ask you, in contrast to that, what has been one of the highest points in like the last 8 years for you? Like other than getting married, because that's like the obvious one. But like, what was like a really high for you, or like a I don't know, a good moment that you want to highlight?
Okay, so continuing off where we last left off.
Yeah.
Regrets. I don't have any. Yeah. So I was thinking about my last relationship before you, and I did have regrets in that one, but yeah, in this relationship, in this marriage, I don't have any.
So impactful.
Because what I was thinking about originally, which is, what you're pointing to now, like, what is that? One of your highest of highs?
Yeah.
Is putting my trust in you to make decisions on my life. So like, I had a surgery on my neck, and Ami wanted me to get a surgery to remove the cysts in my neck because it was a constant problem of constant drainage coming out of my neck. It would either be pus or blood, and it just got overwhelming over time because it's just happened so often. And she finally convinced me to go ahead and get the surgery to remove it all. And
Get it taken care of.
yeah, and I was just like, why would I need it? Like, I don't really need it. And yeah, I finally got the surgery, and at that time I was like, why do I need it? It's not really hindering me that much.
He says.
Back then you could really see it was very inflamed.
Like y'all, he had an extra hump on his back. Like it was it's the kind of cyst that like it's like under your skin.
That's what cysts are.
Well, I mean, and it was just like, and it needed to be like pushed out essentially, like surgically pushed out. My uncle had one maybe a couple years before you did, and so I knew that the doctor we were going to has done the procedure before. Like I was like, oh yeah, like this is something he has done before. He can have this. We can have this taken care of because I had seen it done, and it was so successful for my uncle. Figgy, of course, has his own personal reservations. Obviously, a surgery is a big deal and that type of thing. So I'm very glad that he finally did do it because I think your quality of life increased by 10 points or something. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I've had a couple of cysts return after the surgery.
Yeah.
But it wasn't to the extent of what it was before the surgery.
Yeah.
So I like back then before the surgery, I'd have so much pain in my neck when it came in because it just compounded on top of each other.
A lot of weight and pressure on your neck. Yeah.
And the constant changing of bandages to soak up the drainage.
We went through so many bandages, y'all.
It was a lot.
Band-Aid sponsor us. We had so many bandages. Like so many.
But yeah, now I don't have the pain. I don't have any of the drainage. I don't know
if it hasn't come back.
It has. Some cysts have come back.
Well, no, but this one.
Yeah,
I haven't seen it come back.
I feel it.
Really?
Yeah, they're small. They do return, but it's nothing like what I used to.
What experience. It was before. Yeah.
So I'm glad for that. So like moving forward, I have that wholehearted trust in you now. Whenever you have these concerns in my health in my life.
Yeah. Of course.
So
I want what's best for you too.
Yeah. Thank you.
I try.
So while we've been talking and jump cutting, we've had our sweet spot order come out.
So it smells so good.
Mine's very basic. I have a 2-scoop. There's rainbow sherbet and banana pudding.
Banana pudding?
Yeah, it's on the bottom.
Okay.
But rainbow sherbet's nostalgic for me because I always used to have this when I was a kid.
You know what's crazy? I never liked rainbow sherbet because the color is always like made me not want it. I know that sounds so counterintuitive because kids are always like, "Oh, I want it because it's so colorful." Every time I looked at it, I was like, "I don't want that." But I've had it; it's not bad. Oh, what did I do? I made my earring worse.
And for me, like I always had the Baskin Robbins rainbow sherbet.
Yeah.
So it was like orange, but pink and white. So.
And I got donuts, but they're mini donuts, and I got Dubai chocolate. It smells so good. So if you don't know, Dubai chocolate is chocolate with pistachios, and I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, but it's called kadaif. They're like little sticks of butteriness. Like imagine like a biscuit, but it's the size of a rice noodle, and it's crushed up and toasted in butter. So it's essentially butter, chocolate, and pistachio on top of freshly made, freshly fried donut. Y'all, oh, I wish there was smell-o-vision. It smells so good. And then for our drink, we're gonna share a mango strawberry lemonade. It's very big. I was not expecting it to be this big. It's pretty though. I'm excited. Is it strawberry? I don't remember. I know it's mango.
I know it's mango something.
Okay.
But either way, it's gonna get killed.
So yeah, we're gonna enjoy our desserts. Yeah. I'm so excited. Yeah, did you have anything else before we wrap up the episode?
I was gonna say no more final thoughts because my ice cream is now melting.
I know, we don't want the ice cream.
We're gonna kill this dessert.
Yes. Thank you guys truly for watching. This episode was definitely different. As in like format wise. We recording in public is an
It's
interesting
it's
experience.
a new thing.
This has been fun, but definitely a learning experience.
Yep.
But we hope you guys enjoyed joining us for date night. And as we conclude our date night, we'll conclude this episode. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. And we'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.